How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Things that can make a narcissist get obsessed with you. That's the title of this video. Number one, idealization of victims' attributes. A narcissist might become obsessed with you, the victim, who exhibits qualities they highly value or desire, such as beauty, intelligence, or success. For instance, if a narcissist admires someone's intellectual prowess, they may begin to idolize and fixate on them, believing that associating with or dominating this individual will enhance their own status. Another thing that makes a narcissist obsessed with you is mirror reflection. Narcissists often project their own idealized image onto others. So if you display characteristics or behaviors that mirror the narcissist's self-perception, then the narcissist may become obsessed with you. Now, seeing them, because they'll see those things as a reflection of their own desired self. The other reason why a narcissist gets obsessed with you is validation seeking. When a victim provides constant validation and admiration, when you provide this constant validation and admiration, a narcissist can become fixated on you. For example, if you continuously praise the narcissist's achievements or appearance, then the narcissist may obsess over them as a source of affirmation and self-esteem. Now, the narcissist may obsess over you because you're a challenge and competition. Narcissists may become obsessed with you when they perceive you as a challenge or competition. If you excel in a field where the narcissist feels insecure, then the narcissist may fixate on undermining or outshining you to feel superior. Again, the narcissist may obsess with you because of fear of abandonment. Narcissists often have a deep-seated fear of abandonment. If you display signs of distancing yourself or pulling away, the narcissist might become obsessed with you, driven by a need to secure your attention and prevent rejection. Now, the other issue is unavailability. The more you are emotionally or physically unavailable, the more a narcissist may become fixated. So if you maintain distance, or if you are hard to reach, the narcissist might obsessively pursue you, driven by the challenge and the desire to prove their worth. The other thing that makes a narcissist get obsessed with you is manipulation and control. Narcissists thrive on control. If a victim is seen as someone who can be easily manipulated or controlled, the narcissist may become obsessed with them, viewing the victim as a means to exert their power and influence. The narcissist will become obsessed with you because of your unique traits. A victim with unique or unusual traits can become a narcissist's focal point. For instance, if you have an exceptional talent or you are an unusual characteristic, the narcissist might fixate on you, viewing your uniqueness as a tool for self-aggrandizement. The narcissist will be obsessed with you because of your emotional vulnerability. Narcissists are often drawn to emotionally vulnerable individuals. So if a victim displays signs of emotional instability or insecurity, the narcissist might exploit this vulnerability, becoming obsessed with controlling or rescuing you to feel powerful. Again, the other issue is enmeshment. Narcissists might become obsessed with victims who exhibit enmeshment tendencies. For example, if you become overly dependent on the narcissist for emotional support, the narcissist might exploit this dependence, deepening the obsession. Again, the narcissist might be obsessed with you because of past trauma. If you have a history of trauma or abuse, a narcissist might become obsessed with you, either by trying to exploit your vulnerabilities or by seeing you as a means to prove their own superiority through helping or manipulating. The narcissist might also be obsessed with you because of rejection sensitivity. Narcissists are often sensitive to rejection. If a victim rejects or challenges the narcissist, this can trigger an obsessive pursuit as the narcissist attempts to prove their worth and regain the victim's approval. Again, narcissists crave admiration. So if a victim constantly showers the narcissist with praise, the narcissist may become fixated on them, believing that this admiration validates their self-worth and reinforces their grandiosity. Again, social status plays a role in obsession. Victims who hold or are perceived to hold social or professional status can attract a narcissist obsession. If a victim's social standing is seen as desirable or influential, the narcissist might fixate on them to boost their own status by association. Then we have personal investment. When a narcissist invests significant time and energy into a victim, they may become obsessed with them. For instance, if a narcissist has dedicated considerable resources to a relationship, any perceived threat or challenge to that investment can fuel obsessive behavior. There's also the issue of triangulation. Narcissists often use triangulation to manipulate and control. So if a victim is placed in a situation where they are compared to another person, the narcissist might become obsessed with them, especially if it leads to conflict or competition. Again, there's the issue of unresolved issues. A narcissist might become obsessed with the victim who reminds them of someone from their past, especially if there are unresolved issues or conflicts. This transference can lead to an intense fixation on the victim. There's also flattery and admiration. When a victim engages in excessive flattery or admiration of the narcissist may become obsessed with them, seeing them as a source of ego reinforcement and validation. There's also dependence. Narcissists may become fixated on victims who display a high level of dependence. If a victim relies heavily on the narcissist for emotional or practical support, the narcissist may exploit this dependence to reinforce their control and dominance. Then there's the issue of emotional roller coaster. Narcissists often thrive on drama and emotional highs and lows. So if a victim's behavior creates a turbulent emotional environment, the narcissist might become obsessed with the drama, feeding off the intense emotions involved. Then there's guilt and obligations. Narcissists may exploit a victim's sense of guilt or obligation. If a victim feels indebted or obligated to the narcissist, this dynamic can lead to obsession, as the narcissist manipulates the victim's emotions to maintain control. Then we have perceived value. Narcissists often fixate on individuals they perceive as having high value or potential. So if a victim is seen as possessing qualities or resources that the narcissist covets, they may obsessively pursue them to gain access to those attributes. Then we have intellectual stimulation. A victim who provides intellectual stimulation or challenges the narcissist's views can become an object of obsession. For example, if a victim engages in debates or discussions that stimulate the narcissist's mind, they may fixate on them as a source of mental engagement. Then we have emotional investment. Narcissists might become obsessed with victims who show a high level of emotional investment in the relationship. If a victim is deeply involved and committed, the narcissist may exploit this investment, becoming fixated on maintaining and controlling it. Then we have validation through dependency. If a victim becomes emotionally or financially dependent on the narcissist, this dependency can lead to obsession. The narcissist may view the victim's reliance as a means of validating their own importance and control. Then we have secret admiration. Narcissists may become obsessed with victims who secretly admire or harbor feelings for them. So if a victim's admiration is concealed or ambiguous, the narcissist might obsess over deciphering the true nature of their feelings and how to leverage them. Then a narcissist may use intimidation to control a victim. If the victim responds with fear or submission, the narcissist might become obsessed with maintaining this control, deriving satisfaction from the ability to manipulate and dominate. When a victim withdraws or neglects the narcissist, this behavior can trigger an obsessive response. The narcissist may become fixated on reclaiming the victim's attention and reasserting the importance in the victim's life. Then we have the issue of fantasy projection. Narcissists often project their fantasies onto others. If a victim embodies aspects of the narcissist's idealized fantasies or dreams, the narcissist might become obsessed with them, viewing them as a living embodiment of their desires. Then we have emotional dependency. A victim who becomes emotionally dependent on the narcissist can become the focus of their obsession. The narcissist may exploit this dependency to reinforce their sense of superiority and control over the victim. Narcissists often care about how they are perceived publicly. So if a victim is prominent or influential in the public eye, the narcissist may obsess over them to enhance their own public image or to manipulate public perception. Then we have attention-seeking behavior. A victim's attention-seeking behavior can attract a narcissist's obsession. So if the victim constantly seeks attention or validation, the narcissist may fixate on them, perceiving their behavior as a means to affirm their own worth. Then we have personal failure projection. Narcissists may become obsessed with victims who remind them of their own perceived failures or inadequacies. So if a victim represents a threat to the narcissist's self-image or success, the narcissist might fixate on undermining them. Then we have idealized fantasies. When a victim fits the narcissist's idealized fantasies or desires, the narcissist might become obsessed with them. For example, if a victim embodies the narcissist's vision of the perfect partner or colleague, the obsession may stem from the desire to actualize these fantasies. Narcissists might obsess over victims who engage in conflict or opposition. So if a victim challenges the narcissist's authority or beliefs, the narcissist may become fixated on defeating or outmaneuvering them to assert dominance. If a victim is perceived as having betrayed or wronged the narcissist, this can lead to an obsessive response. The narcissist may fixate on the victim, driven by a need for retribution or to prove their own righteousness. Narcissists may become obsessed with victims who appear to need rescuing. So if a victim is in a difficult situation or shows signs of distress, the narcissist might fixate on rescuing them, viewing it as a way to validate their own importance and benevolence. Sexual attraction can be a powerful driver of obsession. If a victim is sexually appealing to the narcissist, they may become fixated on them, driven by a desire for sexual validation and control. A victim who responds enthusiastically to the narcissist's efforts or presence can become the focus of their obsession. So if a victim shows an eagerness or excitement in interactions, the narcissist may become fixated on maintaining this positive response. Then we have self-image enhancement. Narcissists may become obsessed with victims who enhance their self-image. For instance, if a victim's behavior or achievements reflect positively on the narcissist, they may obsessively seek to associate with or control the victim to reinforce their own self-worth. Then we have guilt-inducing behavior. A victim who exhibits guilt or remorse can trigger a narcissist's obsession. So if the narcissist perceives that they can manipulate the victim's feelings of guilt to their advantage, they may become fixated on exploiting this dynamic. Then we have unpredictable behavior. Narcissists often thrive on predictability. So if a victim exhibits unpredictable or erratic behavior, the narcissist might become obsessed with trying to understand or control them, seeing their unpredictability as a challenge. A victim with highly admired skills or talents can become a focal point for a narcissist's obsession. For example, if a victim excels in a field that the narcissist values, the narcissist may become fixated on them to gain access to or benefit from these skills. So if a victim receives attention or admiration from others, a narcissist might become obsessed with them, seeing the victim's popularity as a reflection of their own inadequacy and driving them to seek control or dominance. Then victims who exhibit high levels of sympathy or empathy can attract a narcissist's obsession. If a victim's empathetic nature is seen as a tool for manipulation, the narcissist may fixate on exploiting their compassion. Then we have the ideal partner projection. Narcissists might become obsessed with victims they perceive as their ideal partner. If a victim embodies traits that align with the narcissist's vision of a perfect partner, the narcissist may obsessively pursue them to fulfill this fantasy. Then, when a victim is passively compliant or easily influenced, a narcissist may become fixated on them. The ease with which the victim complies can reinforce the narcissist's sense of control and power. Then we have emotional investment of others. A victim who attracts the emotional investment of others can become a focus for a narcissist's obsession. The narcissist might fixate on the victim as a way to compete with or overshadow the attention and affection they receive from others. Then narcissists might obsess over victims who appear to embody their personal goals or aspirations. If a victim is perceived as achieving what the narcissist desires or lacks, the narcissist may become fixated on them as a symbol of their own unfulfilled ambitions. Then narcissists also often rely on others for their self-esteem. If a victim inadvertently becomes a source of self-worth for the narcissist, the obsession can grow as they seek to maintain or enhance their self-esteem through the victim's presence and validation. So these scenarios I've mentioned in this video highlight how narcissists can develop an unhealthy obsession with their victims through a variety of psychological mechanisms and interpersonal dynamics. Understanding these patterns can be crucial for recognizing and addressing the impact of narcissistic behavior. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so.